What up, y'all? I want to share with you a workflow that I've recently set up for myself, and I'm still optimizing it, working out the kinks, but I think someone will see this and their mind will be blown, or they'll just be like, that's last week's news. Either way, let's get right into it. So, I have right now opened Claude Code, and don't be alarmed. Don't be overwhelmed. I'm not a coder at all by any means, okay? But what I love about Claude Code is that it gives you the ability to have more freedom on your computer and to be able to create things in a more, how do I say, consistent way, and even a long term way, because the regular Claude chat at times it can time out. It has some issues that you don't find in the same Cowork or Claude Code features on the desktop app. And that's why I like using Claude Code or Cowork, because it's pretty much the same thing as chat. It's pretty much the same thing, except I think that it works for longer periods of time, if that makes any sense. So let's just get that out the way. Don't be intimidated by looking at Claude Code, okay? Now, what I've done is I have done a test before I did the video, so that way you can see the test work. Then we're going to go over and do another demo so you can see it live. But basically, the goal is to create a workflow that allows us to use AI to create assets and automatically upload them to some type of cloud storage. The other word that we can use is programmatically upload them to a cloud storage. I'm using a asset manager. It's a digital asset manager called Cloudinary, and you can use it for free. And Cloudinary has a MCP server, well, has multiple MCP servers, but the one that we're going to focus on today is this asset management one. So you can go to GitHub, type in Cloudinary, and again, it's the official. You'll see their logo. It'll say MCP server. So that's the MCP server that we're using today in order for us to connect our Claude with our account, our Cloudinary account. Now, the cool thing about using Claude to do this, and you can do this with Codex as well, but I'm going to show Claude in this video and Codex in another video, is that if I go to settings here, you'll see that we have what they call connectors. And in connectors, you can browse connectors here. These are ways that you can talk to your apps or other platforms, right? That's where the whole MCP comes in, Model Context Protocol. It's just a fancy way of basically saying, hey, we want to create a bridge between the AI models and between our platforms, so that way they can talk to each other, like an integration. And so here, there are two Cloudinary, and people don't know this. I would say most people don't know this, but there are two Cloudinary connectors. And the one I want you to think about or to look at is this one right here, Cloudinary Asset Management. And this one is directly for what we're going to do today. This one right here, manage, transform, and deliver your image videos. That's for Claude on the web. This is for Claude desktop. And so you want to install it, enable it. And once you do that, you'll be able to see what I see on the other end. Now, here's the thing. There are going to be some other apps that we're going to use. Now, your mileage will vary. You can use whatever you want to use in terms of creating your assets. I just want you to know that Cloudinary is the end goal of where we want them to be, okay? But when it comes to other tools to use, AI tools, we're going to use ElevenLabs for audio in this demo. I'm going to use fal.ai for video in this demo. We're also going to use Nano in this demo as well too, okay? And then Remotion. So let me go back here to our session. And you'll see if I click this plus button, connectors, I have all the connectors I don't need turned off and only the ones that I do need turned on. That's a smart best practice for you to know. So Cloudinary Asset Management is right here. ElevenLabs is right here. ElevenLabs Player, I don't really need that right now. fal.ai, Nano for images, and then Remotion for animation. So all those are turned on, okay? And so that's why you see this thread, because I told it to create a picture with Nano, and then I told it to add the picture, uploaded it to Cloudinary. and I said do it a picture of a yellow balloon. So that's why you see this yellow balloon here, right there. And then I told it to create a video using fal, right? And then to create this video and then upload it as well too. And so that's why you see this right here. I mean, this balloon right here, yellow balloon floating, right? And it is a video. If I click it here, you see, if I click it here and open up the preview, click this, you can see it's a video. So it is a video, okay? Then I took that and said create an audio clip, music, ElevenLabs, Remotion, and then upload that to Cloudinary. Here's my Cloudinary link URL right here, and as you can see, it's right here. So we have all this right here. Futuristic ambient music, futuristic voice cover, future city, all this was done in one chat thread using Claude Code. And this has nothing to do with me making a website or doing coding. So that's why I want you to know the power of Claude Code is crazy. Now, I could have done it with Cowork, but it would have been a little bit more difficult because Cowork is in a virtual machine and it has to do some weird things to work outside the virtual machine. So that's why I like Claude Code better in this situation, okay? So let's start off a new session so you can kind of see how this works live. So I'm in a new session. I'm choosing my folder. This is just a folder on your desktop, any folder you want to choose. I'm going to use Opus as the model for this, right? I like how this little thing move right there. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Opus, there's the model. Okay, and then we're going to say a natural language. So I'm using the AI tool Whisper to speak and then turn my speech into text. Use Nano Banana and create an image of a bicycle. Make it a cool looking futuristic bicycle and upload it to Cloudinary. Now, normally this will get spelled wrong, but when you use an AI speech to text tool, it'll learn your verbiage and your words over time. So that's what I like, is really, really cool. And so let's make sure that the connectors are on. Cloudinary Asset Management and Nano Banana is right here. So Nano Banana is Gemini's model, and it has access to Nano Banana Free and Pro, okay? And I got my API keys from AI Studio. I'll share more of how I set this all up in another video, but I wanted you to see this demonstration in real time. I'm not editing this at all. And I want you to see how this works in real time. Again, this was a workflow that I thought about. Nobody taught me this workflow, but based on all the things I did learn from the other YouTubers out there, so shout out to you, I was able to pick apart their stuff and say, well, what do I need for me? And that's what I want you to do with this video. Boom, it's already done. Here's the link of where it's at, and I'm gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna hit this refresh button. But first, let me get this out the way here. Refresh button, and it's there. That right there, people, is the power of programmatic workflows. And you see, I used this AI tool to call on another AI tool. Remember, Nano Banana is another AI model, so it called another AI model, and then it created the image, and it directly pushed that image to my cloud storage, but directly my asset management, not cloud storage like Google Drive or Dropbox. Yes, it can push it to that too. But this is a different tool for different use cases. I'm telling y'all, this is a secret weapon. So there we go. It's right there. I mean, it could technically do all the metadata if it wanted to. It can name all the stuff. And it already added tags. Look at that. There's so much it can do. And this is free. I'm using the free version right now. And I have 37 assets, and I'm using the free version. So that's that. So let's go on to the next one. Create a video with fal. And let's see, this fal using the same info from before. Sometimes I like to type, sometimes I don't. Okay, so let's see. Now, I'm going to say, and upload to Cloudinary as well. Now, I've noticed with fal, and just to show you what fal is, let me go here. So it's kind of like Open Router. If you don't know what Open Router is, it's a gateway for other AI models. And You basically put credits in here. You see here's the credit right here, and then you can choose the different models. It has access to video models, to image models. So just let you know, it's a gateway. It even has Nano Banana, but I'm not using Nano Banana from here. I'm using my free, right? My free usage of Nano Banana through the AI Studio. When I start to use it a lot, that's when maybe I'll move over to here, but I'm not doing that right now. So that's fal free. Right now it's generating the video from an image. And I'm not sure if I can see actually my I haven't looked at all my generations yet. I look at my usage, right? We can see right here. You can see what it's using right now. Right there. So boom, once it's done. Now, here's the thing. I don't have to stop there. I can say, okay, after that, create a, well, I could, after that, create a animation. Use Remotion. So now I'm going to say create an animation, use Remotion, and upload to Cloudinary. Okay, let's go back here to Cloudinary. Let's hit the magic refresh button and see what we got. We have a video of the bike. So see what I mean by programmatically? So I'm going to click this button here. There we go. I didn't give it too much direction, no nothing. Just told it to do what it wanted to do. So boom, boom. Okay, after that, create an animation. With the animation, use ElevenLabs to create a song, create a voice clip, and add it to the animation. Add sound effects too. Now see how in the code or co-work area in Claude, I can continue the conversation. I can keep adding more on the task or on the session. You can't do that with chat. With chat, you have to wait till it's finished its response before you can respond. You don't have to wait to finish for it to finish its response for you to respond. So you can add things and correct it, and it'll correct it either afterward or during. To me, that is a time saver. A time saver, because I don't have time to press that button to stop it. And sometimes when you stop it, it gets rid of all its thinking and thought process. And now you're like, oh, I didn't want to get rid of everything. I just didn't want you to continue that one thing. And so, that happens, right? See how it's giving me, it's asking me, do I want to continue? See, ask permissions before it makes a change. So there's a difference between using something like this and an OpenClaw, which I'll do a video later. I've been using OpenClaw. And there's a big difference between the two. They have their advantages and they have their disadvantages. But I use them both, okay? All audio assets generated. Now let me create. Now look how fast this is. Again, programmatically, it's doing these things. And it's going to upload them to Cloudinary like that. Now imagine you creating your own workflow like this. You going to ChatGPT or going to Claude Chat, having it create the plan for you, right? I'm doing this off the cuff, freestyling it right now. Have it create the plan for you of what you need, test that out first with a couple test runs, and then let that sucker go. And I'm telling you, this thing can go from anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple hours if you let it. I've done it. So you have to just think about what you need and how it's mapped out, and is it clear so that way the AI tool doesn't have to keep stopping. Now, you were probably wondering, like, but don't you have to keep pressing the button to have it continue? Yes, you do, but I've noticed that usually only happens if you don't hit the plan mode, let it create the plan, and then you approve the plan. I've noticed once I approve the plan, it usually will start going on its own without me having to do any checkpoints. If I do ask permissions or auto accept, there's usually always checkpoints. And this is something that I've noticed. So plan mode is a huge thing. And I'm gonna go back here because we're almost done. Not quite, it's almost done. It's putting together all the stuff. And see, here's the thing that I didn't share with you and show you in terms of how I can make it smarter. What I could have did was I could have used my skills. So I could say, hey, motion graphics as a skill. Watch. And again, I'm adding it. I'm basically giving it a SOP and saying, hey, use this SOP. And it's going to be like, okay, let me use that to double check everything and blase. So I can use that as one. What else would make sense? Cloudinary. I mean, I don't really need the MCP because it already knows what to do. But I'm just letting you know this is how you can give it specific, detailed directions without having to prompt it, and it knows how to use the tools. So I got all these MCPs here, and I like to use that to help guide it. Boom, asset there, asset there. Then sometimes it'll go and look over everything and say, "Let me review everything." So let me double check. And we're there. Look at this. Look at this. Now, this is not perfect.
Introducing the future of cycling. A machine forged from carbon fiber and light. Hubless wheels, magnetic pedals, a holographic interface.
Come on.
This
And then it adds the logo on it. I didn't ask you for the logo. And so let's see. Video. I'm going to say, I don't know why it's preview. Oh, okay. So in Claude Code, it's previewing the animation for me, which a lot of you all don't know that they added this. So now you can literally see. Look at this. This is crazy. I didn't even leave Claude app. Now you can preview. I'm like, why are you? Oh, now you can preview, and then it's taking a picture of it. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm gonna do this real quick. Stop. Add the audio to Cloudinary as well. I spelled it wrong on purpose. I didn't care because they don't understand it. And can I interact with it? I don't know. Yes, you can. Oh, y'all, listen. I'm interacting with a video player, an editor, inside of Claude Code. I mean, come on. That part I didn't even know I was going to show you. That's a bonus right there. That is a bonus. But the whole point is that now it says reanimation audio with audio. So it made my ElevenLabs. It used ElevenLabs to make the audio, and then it added everything to it. And Remotion is free, by the way. Let y'all know, Remotion is free. You can look it up online. Okay, look. Let's go. Let's see. It's claiming that it added everything up here. Come on, y'all. The audio files here. All the files. The animation is here. The video is here. The images is here. The graphics will be here. That is the power of programmatically executing a workflow from start to finish. Assets created, assets uploaded. And I can also see, remember how I told you that this was the Cloudinary asset management? Cloudinary has those other MCPs too, where I can transform these. I can edit all these at one time. Where it does. I don't know if y'all ready for this. But that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. My name is Maestro Stevens for the kind of templates, and I'm out. Peace.